Welcome, everyone, as Jennifer did, to our presentation today. We certainly are pleased that you chose to join us and talk about some possible career paths that you're interested in. The name of our presentation today is called IT Career Ladders, Moving Towards an In-Demand Career Path. So we'll be talking about some of the non-credit courses that we offer at Wake Tech and allow you to answer questions at the end of our presentation today. So in non-credit, we are a team of individuals that are committed to your success. We recognize that we are here for you. We believe that community college is the driver of economic mobility here in Wake County, and we are committed to offering courses to help you meet your goals, to help you change careers, and to move you in a different space. So this is our team as currently constructed. My name is Kobe Joyner. I'm a department head of network and computer technology. I'm joined by Jennifer Simmons Bage, who is a program coordinator in the non-credit computer education area. Anna Flores is our technical assistant, and we are led by Dr. Alford, who is our director of non-credit computer education. So we are fortunate to be able to offer a lot of different options pertaining to non-credit IT training courses. These are courses that fit in two caveats. On the left, or I guess it's your right, computer support, networking, and cybersecurity. Those are our course offerings. And we're going to go into each one of these in more detail. And then on the right, software, web development, data analytics, and Microsoft Office courses. And so we're going to break down each one of these course offerings, tell you what's included in each one, what types of information or things you'll be learning in each course, and what are the outcomes pertaining to job opportunities and credentials that you can earn in taking these courses. So we're going to start with IT support technician. IT support technician is a course that trains individuals to work in help desk roles. You'll be primarily learning to troubleshoot, fix, analyze, and evaluate technology issues, both hardware and software. Students who take this course will receive training in the following curriculum areas: IT fundamentals through CompTIA, as well as A plus part one and A plus part two through CompTIA as well. Some of the job outcomes that are associated with this particular training include help desk technician, field service technician, technical support specialist, and desktop support technician. And again, this course does include the exam vouchers for the IT fundamentals and A plus exams through CompTIA. Our next course is the network technician course. Students that take this course will learn to analyze, troubleshoot, and evaluate computer networks. Some of the content areas included in this course include Linux Essentials, CompTIA Network Plus, and CompTIA Security Plus. Some of the job outcomes associated with this particular course include network technician, network support specialist, systems support specialist, and network support engineer. This course includes exam vouchers to take the Network Plus and Security Plus certifications exams through CompTIA. We also offer training in the Cisco networking space. So we have a Cisco CCNA 200-301 course. This is the fundamental course for Cisco administrators. This is actually a three-part course, which includes introduction to networks, switching and routing and wireless essentials, as well as enterprise networking, security, and automation. Students who take this course will receive training in order to pass the CCNA 200-301 certification exam through Cisco. And some of the job outcomes include being a network administrator, a network designer, or a network engineer. So after you take the CCNA, we do offer the advanced level Cisco certification, which is called the CCNP. This is actually another bundle course, which is broken up into two parts. We have the first part, which is entitled Implementing and Operating Cisco Enterprise Network Core Technologies. And the second part of the CCNA is the CCNP is Implementing Cisco Enterprise Advanced Routing and Services. Some of the job outcomes: a network administrator again, computer system administrator, sales engineers, computer network architects, and computer system engineers. So this is a course that you would take after successfully completing the CCNA course. Another role-based training course we offer is called Red Hat Certified System Administrator. This is a bundle course that is broken up into two parts based on the industry certification. We have the Red Hat 124 System Admin course and Red Hat 134, which is part two of the System Admin Administration course through Red Hat. Some of the job outcomes includes being a system administrator, a cloud engineer, or a software developer. And students in this class do receive training in preparation for the Red Hat Certification System Administration exam. AWS is another popular course that we offer. This is a two-part course that trains individuals and prepares them to take the Certified Cloud Practitioner exam and the Certified Solutions Architect exam through AWS Web Services. Students in this particular pathway or course will look to work in roles such as a cloud architect or solutions architect. We also offer an advanced level cybersecurity course called the CompTIA Certified Cybersecurity Analyst class. This three-part class includes training in the CompTIA CYSA curriculum, Linux for Cybersecurity Essentials, and the CompTIA Project Plus curriculums. Students who work in this particular course will receive training to hopefully get jobs as an information security analyst, a cybersecurity analyst, or a software developer. This course does include the exam voucher for the CompTIA CYSA exam. And now we want to turn it over to Jennifer, who will talk about some additional course offerings.
So, like Kobe's courses, mine consist of classes that are there to teach skills, as well as direct you to a new pathway. If you're coming back into the technology field, or if you've never been in the technology field, we can start you from the base level and work your way up through the ladder. The very first class we do advise students to take is the Computer Technology Basics for Digital Literacy. And this class does include the computing fundamentals, the online essentials, the application essentials. And this course is designed to have you understand the basics of technology. It is a requirement. We do it suggest having this course under your belt with any of the rest of the courses. Um, it does lend itself very well to even knowing just basics and getting into the field. With this, just this one class, you could work as an office clerk, an office assistant, or an administrative assistant. We do have a certification included in this course, which would be the Microsoft Office Word exam that you could take. Our next course we'll look at is Software Developer using Python. This is a roles-based course, and this class consists of Python, Database Administration Fundamentals, or as we like to call it, SQL. And then we also have Software Developer Fundamentals that are included in that. And we encourage this class because Python is one of the in-demand languages right now. It's a strong typed code. It's used for a variety of different types of uses, such as programming applications, web and internet development, scientific and numeric research, software development, business applications, and even website design, which we'll talk about that one a little bit later. And for this one, the job outcomes include software engineer, software developer, computer programmer, or information technology analyst. And the certifications you can earn through this class include the information technology specialist databases and the information technology space specialist for Python. The next class we'll look at is bookkeeping. So for those of you who have never had bookkeeping experience, but you're thinking about it, this is the course you would begin with, which is the Bookkeeping Intuit QuickBooks Certified User Online. It's a very popular profession here in the area because, of course, everyone needs a bookkeeper to track all the financial information. We do show you how to work with QuickBooks. We begin with some bookkeeping basics and progress to using QuickBooks Online. And then finally, when you complete the course, you do have the opportunity to take the exam for the QuickBooks Online Certified User. For those of you who may have some experience already in the field, or you're looking to progress to that certification for professional bookkeepers, that would be the Certified Bookkeeper AIPB using Intuit QuickBooks Online. Generally, people who take this course have some experience in the field, and you would use the books that are provided to go through the different applications for the accounting. And at the end, there are parts of the exam that are administered through the class. And then finally, there is a few other requirements that the AIPB, which is the American Institute of Professional Bookkeepers, requires. So if you have any questions on that, I can get into more details. And the job outcomes for this one include bookkeeper, accounting, office assistant, administrative assistant, or even the better, freelance work. So if you're looking to start your own business, good field. And one of my most popular courses right now is the data analytics field. Triangle area is booming with businesses that need these analyst skills. We have included in this package SQL, Microsoft Excel for data analytics, Power BI, Tableau, learning data analytics, communicating with data, and project management. So you're introduced to those skills that you need as an analyst. And the job outcomes for this type of study would be a data analyst, a business analyst, a business intelligence analyst, a management analyst, or a systems analyst. And we do include Microsoft Office Excel on this. And as I mentioned earlier, um, Python is also used with web development. And we have built a course around that. We teach the introduction to Python in this course. You would study web applications development with Python and Django. And then the database administration fundamentals is part of that as well. And you would be looking at software engineer, software developer, computer programmer, or information technology analyst. And this certification is the Information Technology Specialist Python. And if you'd like web programming but aren't ready to commit to Python, we also have web programmer using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. These are the primary languages and applications you need for coding web pages. And in this roles-based training, we have introduction to Agile, which is a type of management system that is very popular in IT. You do an introduction to HTML5 and CSS, and then you progress into JavaScript. And JavaScript courses or the JavaScript course can show you how to do special effects in the web page, such as confirmation boxes, store new information from forms, even special effects. And in this class, yes, your job outcomes are web developer, may hear a webmaster or web administrator. And the certifications that you can earn in here include the Information Technology Specialist, HTML and CSS, and also the Information Technology Specialist, JavaScript. For another skills-based training, we have Microsoft Office 365 and Office 2019. This class is going to focus on learning Microsoft Office. You can't go wrong with it. I always tease and say he was smart because he got people hooked on Word, Excel. So most of your businesses in the area are going to use these products, and you can earn the certification for Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Outlook in this course. Some of the job outcomes related are administrative assistant, an office assistant, office administrator, an administrative coordinator, office coordinator. And as I mentioned, you can earn all of the MOS certifications for Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Outlook.
So Jennifer and I have been working with the college for almost 5 years in these roles, and we have seen a lot of different success stories of students who have taken our classes and used the information and training and skills to change their lives. So we thought it would be good to share one such story, one such testimony with you, with Miss Kara Salazar, who was a student at Wake Tech and used some opportunities provided by the college to make some significant changes in her life.
And receive an Associate's of Arts and to ultimately transfer to another one of North Carolina's public universities. However, life got in the way. I ended up having a little one about a year and a half after graduation, and that things kind of took a turn from there. It got to be too much for my school studies, so I really was at that point more focused on just, making sure I could put food on the table and have a roof over our heads and just provide for us in a financial sense. I remember seeing the advertisement for Tech Hire and the certifications in particular, and did a little bit more research and realized that the classes were not curriculum, they were continuing education, and they're a little bit more flexible in terms of scheduling, so I was able to do it after work. Tech helped me transition from a soon-to-be ending retail position. It helped me transition totally into the technology sector. If I would have tried to just get my foot in the door just by myself, it certainly would have been a much more difficult task. I'm super thankful and grateful for the Wake Tech Hire program for giving me not only the path for the certifications, but also the career building and just self-building skills to be successful in those new roles and new opportunities that I've been afforded now. I was joking with someone the other day, now that Cisco's going to have to get rid of me, now I got my foot in the door, yeah, they're not getting rid of me anytime soon. I can definitely see myself continue to work in the technology sector, not just for a long time, but for the rest of my working career. I definitely have Wake Tech Hire to thank for that, for giving me that launch pad into the technology sector that I wouldn't have been able to have otherwise. My name is Kara Salazar, and this is my Wake Tech story.
So Kara was a participant in a program called Tech Hire, which was a government-funded sponsorship that paid for students training in different areas of technology that basically covered all of the out-of-pocket costs. So stuff like her called the tuition, the resources needed for the class, the exam vouchers were all covered under this program. Now that program has ended, but luckily Wake Tech participates in several other sponsorships that provide similar services. So right now, the Propel sponsorship is a similar type of program where there is funding and financing available for students who are interested in taking some of our IT courses. The Propel sponsorship not only covers IT courses, but other courses as well, courses in healthcare and business, although we're not going to mention those because those are not our courses. But um, this is a great opportunity for those folks looking to take some courses to earn those credentials that will allow them to um, start a new career, especially in IT. There are so many opportunities here in the Research Triangle to take advantage of. So we wanted to share the website and the contact information. If you get a chance, please check out the website. There's information there pertaining to the qualifications and things that the sponsorship covers. The application is online. It's a very simple process to fill out, and once you do that, you'll be contacted by a career coach in the Career Pathways program who will give you next steps. But we certainly hope that this is something that you pursue, especially to take some of the courses that Jennifer and I oversee. So at this point, we want to open up the floor for any questions that you have for Jennifer and myself. And I'm actually going to stop sharing so I can see the chat. Can
you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Baker, we can hear you.
Okay, okay. Hello once again. Good evening. Um, so um, this caught my eye. Well, actually, my wife had told me about it. I've been trying to get back into school, and with the busy work schedule, um, was actually trying to find something that would be compatible to me as far as my knowledge pertaining to IT. It's been over. Wow, it's been over like 20 years since I really worked with anything like IT, hardware and software I learned in high school. So trying to get back into that. So I didn't catch all of the classes, but I want to get a real good foundation um, with um, with back building and repairing not just laptops, but also computers in whole, dealing with hardware as well as software.
That's a good question, Mr. Baker, and I would suggest taking or looking at the IT support technician class. That particular class trains individuals to work in a help desk environment, fixing computers, whether that be on site or remote. It gives you training towards the certifications that you would need to qualify for those types of jobs in the industry, which is the A plus through CompTIA. So that certainly is a course that I would, based off what you just told me, I would really look into. It is covered under the sponsorship, so there are opportunities there for financing if you qualify. So that's the road that I would take if you were interested in help desk support.
Okay, okay. Um, let's see. Trying to remember. You went through. You all went through a lot of information. Um, but also, okay, never mind me. I was thinking about that class I took in high school. Ah,
Well, Mr. Baker, we'll put our contact information in the chat. So
okay,
if you think of the question later on, certainly just shoot us an email, either Jennifer or myself, and we can get you that answer that you're looking for.
okay. Because how do you sound? They kind of sound like Cisco class I took my senior year in high school. Having to graduate from a DoD school in Virginia.
Mhm.
So my teacher for that class was great. Taught us how to troubleshoot, identify um, the software that we were dealing with. Um, so I'm looking forward to getting back into it.
Okay. Well, just let us know how we can help.
Okay, okay.
Okay, and we've gotten quite a few questions come across the chat. So I'll start from the top and go down. Can you please send the contact email ID for the Python course? I did put that in there. It's jsimmons6 at waitech.edu for information. I also have Kobe's information down there as well. He is KK Joiner at waitech.edu. And we, as you as you saw, we kind of split off, and that is really how we handle our classes. Another link that I did put into the um, chat is the description of our courses. Um, you can go to this page to see additional information. And if you're not sure who oversees it, you can click on the more details, and that will give you who is the um, supervisor for that class. Okay. Someone asked if they'd like to have this information emailed to them. We don't actually send this this information out, the the presentation, but we do have information at that link to access if you have questions, and then you can contact us further, William. Which IT career can get us to six figures faster? Well,
Good question.
that is a very good question. The first thing that I always caution or say to anyone is make sure that if you're looking to change careers, talked with some of the career coaches. Someone else asked about coming to campus to talk to someone. The career counselors are your first step. Even going to that Propel page and filling in because right now Propel does sponsor a lot of our courses and it's free training for you. So this would be your opportunity to talk to a career coach, but get a feel exactly for what you want to do. Um, like Nigel was talking earlier, he likes repairing computers. Somebody else may not like that at all, so you wouldn't go that route. Um, Analyst right now, depending on how you work, is six figures or more, but you have to have a lot of skills. Uh, so you, so like I said, find the job you think you'll love, and money will come. Uh, let's see. When will the next class session start and for how long? I would like to do the cybersecurity. Also, can you tell us some more about the job opportunity, please? Kobe, I'll let you
You want me
handle
to take that one?
Yeah.
So the length of the classes vary based on what is offered. So one question we get a lot of is, I'm trying to get into cybersecurity, and that's not there's there's no easy answer to that because cybersecurity is not an entry level IT job, right? The normal progression for someone to get into cybersecurity is that they work as help desk for a little while, then they move up to like system admin or some networking roles, and then from there they move to cybersecurity. Now, that's not, there are exceptions to that. So, if you got a hookup or you know somebody, you
Mhm.
can kind of bypass all of that. But the norm is that progression that I just mentioned. So it's really, you have to do some internal soul searching to see what skills that you have to develop some on ramps to the pathway that's going to lead you to that outcome. So if you're like, let's say if I was coming in from a totally new career, like I was maybe worked in retail, or maybe I'm uh, a truck driver, I'm going to have to build those foundational skills to get to that cybersecurity level. Now, if I'm already working as a system admin, I've got some networking skills, then my path is going to look a little bit different than the previous person I mentioned. So it really depends on what you know, what you've done, and then developing an on ramp based off the courses that we offer. So those conversations can be had individually with Jennifer and myself, and we'd be more than glad to kind of sit down with you and create a roadmap to get to where you want to be. Oh,
Great.
sorry. And the length of the classes. So with our power packs, normally you're looking at 4 to 5 months per class, because what we're doing is we're combining curriculums within one course. So you might take Network Plus, Security Plus, and Linux Essentials all in one course, right? So the length of that is about 4 to 5 months. But again, it depends on the course that you choose, that'll determine the length.
And I think I actually have the longest course right now. The data analytics does run 6 months. It's right at 6 months. Um, but as Kobe mentioned, there are different ones for different programs. Another question we have is, are all these courses available online? So we have a mixture of different types of classes. We have some that are online, we have some that are in person, we have some that are hybrid, which means you um, would be in the classroom sometimes and online at other times. Um, I think that covered it, didn't it? Yeah. Where can I get more details and contact information about the web developer course and also the IT analyst? Um, that's me. So you can send an email to me. The web development course for HTML and CSS is approximately 20 weeks. So 4 months, 5 months into there. And again, the IT analyst is 6 months. And can any of these courses go towards an IT degree later on, Kobe?
So that is a great question. The credit hours and course itself do not articulate over. However, the certification does. So let me give you an example. If I take the IT support technician class, which includes training for the A+ certification exam, that course does not articulate over, but if I go and pass the A+, the A+ certification does. So we take the A+ certification and give you course credit towards your associate's degree on the other side of the college.
Another question was, do you offer DevOps courses? It's one of those things that Kobe are
Kinda.
working on.
We're working on it.
We're working on it. So
We
been
recognize DevOps is a very hot
huge.
area in IT. Automation and with Cisco devices is the next step in networking. So that is a focus area for us moving forward in 2023. So hopefully we'll have some DevOps courses that folks could take. But that's certainly something, a place we'd like to go.
And Nadia, as I mentioned, coming to campus and talking to someone, your best bet would be to start off with the career counselors, the IT specialist. How long does that take, Kobe?
So it's the same as the cybersecurity,
Okay.
about 5 months. Yeah.
Okay. Someone asked, when will CSC 3110 EJ2 be offered again? Now that's going to be terrible because I don't know which class that is. Is that my Well, I can simplify it.
It's
I
the
am in the
introduction to Python.
Okay.
Python 3. Yeah.
Okay. The introduction to Python is actually, that one is the web programmer using Python and Django. I'm actually working on courses for next semester now. So you should see those start to be posted. Most of the courses are not going to start until after the new year because we're wrapping up 2022 now and we'll start afresh in 2023.
Are those all synchronous or are there any that are asynchronous?
They are all synchronous in our area. There may be some in other areas that are not, but with ours, if you see the wording that the class is online, or what is the wording we use there?
It's like, it's confusing. It says like online face-to-face, something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So if it says online face-to-face, that means that it does meet online, but it meets at the date and time that is listed. So you have to be there to get credit for the class.
Thank you.
And and then someone asked, may I have this presentation after the lesson? I don't think we can send it out, Kobe. That might be.
I know last year they provided video links, maybe.
Yeah.
So I think there's a way to review what we've shared in today's presentation. I think for everyone that registered, at least if they do it like last year, they'll send out a link where it will you'll be able to access this in a video format online. Don't quote me on that. That's just what they did last year. So I'm assuming I'm assuming that I think I just saw something. Okay,
Yeah, a recording will be available in a few weeks.
very
And
good.
that's probably worst case scenario. John Kay asked something similar. He missed the first 10 minutes due to technical difficulties. So yes, the seminar was recorded. Um, are the classes strictly online or do you offer in person as well? We did hit on that. Someone's looking at the website. Again, in person or online. When are these classes opened? Is it next semester or something we can just jump into? Well, now that's a good question because everybody thinks, okay, we run on a semester basis. For the non-credit courses, that's not necessarily true. In my classes, we try to start about every 6 weeks a new cohort. So those are available. So if you miss, the January course, then there'll probably be one coming in March. So that's how we keep that. We also try, or at least I do, try to rotate my days. So in one place, it may be a Monday, Wednesday. The next time it may be a Tuesday, Thursday. And my goal is to actually get some of my classes back on campus too. And do you all help with job placement after taking these courses? And thank you, Monica. I didn't know you were in here. Monica, VP Gepferline, has provided a career exploration link down there. So there are certainly options that we can help with. And so please check that link there.
And Jennifer, can I add something to that?
Uh-huh.
A lot of our courses have apprenticeship or internship relationships with industry partners here in the Research Triangle. Our Cisco class participates in what's called the CTIP program, which is a apprenticeship slash apprenticeship program with Cisco, being able to work with them and then migrate hopefully into a full-time position. We're in conversations with other companies for our IT support technician type courses, which would allow companies to recruit specifically weight tech students in our non-credit area to work in help desk roles. So there are bridges directly from instruction to career opportunities through non-credit. So again, this is the perfect time to jump on board and start making those decisions to change your life.
Sure,
Now,
sure.
Nikki, I'm not sure about the six figures thing. I see what your thumbs up. I'm not sure about the six figures thing, but we can move in that direction, right? We can move closer to that. But just keep that in mind.
Okay.
We have to start somewhere.
That's right.
Exactly.
If we don't, we won't finish if we don't get started. That's for sure.
Right. And someone actually asked, how realistic is it to get a job in data analytics or software development after completing the course without any experience? Majority of the jobs require 2 to 3 years of experience, even for entry-level positions. I can honestly say right now with the job market, if you have the experience, apply for the position, or not experience, but the skills, apply for the position. Um, Especially with the data analytics, you're learning the tools. You learn more on the job training. There's also several courses that do tie into placement, as Kobe mentioned earlier. So it is possible. Is it hard? I won't lie and say no, but it's like everything. If you want it, you work it and you'll find a way to get in. And also just keep your portfolios up to date. That's what we tell software developers. Anything you code, keep the code so you can show prospective employers. And yes, Sharon, we did go over the CCNA classes. So, and we do provide assistance for the certification in that CCNA. It's part of the class. Most of our classes are offered for the evenings and weekends. Traditionally, my classes and Kobe's meet 6:30 to 9:30, typically 2 times a week. Kobe does have Saturday classes occasionally that go into that. We also do have a couple of other classes that are a Monday, Wednesday, Saturday class coming up. And the computer technology basics class, it is one of the shorter courses, and that's about 3 months of training to get you started in the basics of computer technology. And Marie, the schedule we're working on, so it should be available shortly. The Python SQL course will start in January. I do know that. I planned that one today. It will be 2 times per week, starting at 6:30 to 9:30. And that is an online class, so it's great. You come home from work, take your course, put your PJs on, and go to bed. It's great. I applied for Propel and it stated they are not accepting at the moment. Okay.
You want me to chime in on that?
Yes, please.
So that is correct. Our Propel application, we are still processing previous applications that had already been submitted. We hope to reopen our application within the next 2 to 3 weeks. And that will obviously be for upcoming classes. So as long as you go in now and fill out the interest form or the initial information, a link will be sent to you when the application does open up so that you can apply at that time. You can also go ahead and complete the residency determination form. That is open and available right now. That will not exclude you from being eligible for a scholarship. It will just help us to determine which scholarship funds you would qualify for.
Right, thank you. All right. And are there any campus recruitment? I'm sure that is something that is being looked at for 2023. We do have presentations on campus. Again, career counselors have things that they can provide to you as far as for instance, last week we had IBM come on campus. They did a presentation for programmers. One of my students attended, said it was great. So you do get to do a little bit of networking around and about. And are all of the IT classes that you presented today available through Propel? So all of mine were, yeah.
All of mine were as well.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna say yes.
Yes, including the bookkeeping, so it's great. Let's see, I did earlier. Let me put that link in there for Propel again. All right, there we go. Oh, thank you. Okay. And I know I saw one hand come up while we were talking. So we've gotten covered out of the chat session right now. So are there any questions anybody wants to ask?
I saw somebody ask in the chat about the CCNA courses. We do have a class starting in January, and that class tends to fill up very quickly. So if you're interested, you can reach out to me for details, but I would strongly suggest making plans to sign up for that course because it will fill definitely.
And the data analytics in my Python class, software developer using Python usually close up very quickly as well. There was a question of, do we have a software testing courses? There is a testing piece to the software developer using Python. It does go over how to test your software that you've written. And
I think Nikki had a question.
Nikki, hey.
Hey, thank you. For the data analytics courses and the AWS courses, you mentioned, well, you just mentioned in general that companies are looking for a portfolio. So are they expecting us to create portfolios on the job on our own, or is that something we'll be prepared to do in the class during the course?
The of course content varies according to what is on the schedule. With the HTML, CSS, they specifically go into GitHub and how to use that. GitHub is also another place you can save your code for programming. So you can get the ins and outs of how to start a portfolio. With the data analytics course, same thing. You can create samples of the dashboards that you create, pulling out information. I know right now we have an instructor who's working with the students. They're going through a company and they're looking at the different stats, and they have to produce these reports and then give the information back and why they created it like they did. So we try to teach the useful skills that will be helpful in the field.
Okay. And one more question. Is Amazon one of the companies that you help do career placement to?
Not formally, we don't. So we don't have a bridge or internship for our AWS classes yet. Certainly those are conversations that we're having, but you can't name a company who hasn't migrated their data storage to the cloud, right? Cloud technology, cloud computing is a fast growing specialization in IT that needs professionals to be able to manage it, to be able to communicate to companies how it works, how it benefits them. So you could be a project manager, you can go in sales, you could be an engineer, you can design it, you can secure it and lock it down. And so it's not going away because of the capital cost savings that these companies and organizations can experience in moving their stuff to the cloud, right? So instead of them purchasing servers that they never use in a data center, they can push that cost off and use that expenditures for other things. So cloud technology is a very fast growing field that needs folks to work in that area.
Okay. Well, I did say one more question, but I have another. Sorry. So it's been really hard for me to figure out which path I want to take. I've been looking at videos on YouTube and Googling, trying to figure out who does what as far as like AWS and cybersecurity. But it's so much information. I'm kind of getting overloaded trying to figure out what to do. So that's why I asked the question earlier, like which one is going to get me the most money, because I can't figure out like on the activities of the job which one to choose. So I'm kind of making that the deciding factor now. I guess I need to come in and talk to somebody to help guide me in whatever direction.
Well, one thing I would suggest quickly is to look internally. Sometimes the answer is within because you need to, I tell people don't chase the money, right? Make sure the careers you're going after are things you're going to like doing, because you could get that six-figure salary and turn around like, you know what, I don't really like being in this wiring closet all day not talking to nobody, right? I don't
Okay.
like telnetting into routers and doing router configs, and I don't ever interface with humans. So that may not be the career for you. So you got to match, what's going to give you a living wage with what you're going to enjoy doing. So make sure when you're making these decisions that it's something you're going to like doing. If you're a people person, you might be more inclined to do project management, right? Be a IT project manager. So you still need those technical skills, but you get the people aspect involved as well. And so make sure that as you're looking at those decisions and looking at the salaries, you say, you know what? My personality would lead to me being really good at this such and such career. That'll, I think, make the difference for you.
Okay. What's the day in the life of somebody working in AWS or data analytics? What kind of personality types gravitate towards those two?
Jen, you're on mute, I think.
I am. With the data analytics, it really depends on what company you work for. You know, a successful data analyst is going to be able to speak to not only technical, but lay people as well. If you can do that, that's half of the battle right there. Being able to take information and manipulate it, give back the information to your stakeholders. You may be looking at what something did to something else. So there's like probably a field in every job market for an analyst. It could be accounting, it could be business, it could be IT. So one of the things that I did do was I put two things in here. The first is I put a link to what's called ONET. That's a database that you can access online. It has different occupations that you can look at, and it gives a summary of the skills that are needed in that, what the personality types are, things along that lines. The other thing that I put down there and I didn't label it is the Career Lens Lab, which is also placement testing to determine what you would be a good fit for. So there's two in that as well. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. That's very
You're
helpful.
glad to help. And I think Wyatt, are you still with us? Had a
Yeah, I'm still here.
question? Yes.
Hey, so my main question is so most of my questions have been answered by other people and or other people asking the same questions I was. Um, so like I work in finance and I'm trying to, change up, get into a different field and everything like that. And more or less one of the things that runs through my mind multiple times as I'm looking at job descriptions and I'm, looking at courses and doing research is a lot of this, like other people have stated, needs experience. So my question here is with the courses that we're talking about, is there any like, prerequisite experience or knowledge that we need to bring to the table in order for these to make sense or, to be successful in the course?
It depends. So for my courses, we follow the CompTIA career pathway, which is built on a hierarchy of experience. So the foundational level is um, CompTIA IT fundamentals, and then A plus, and then network plus, and then security plus. And that follows what we see in industry, like I mentioned earlier, working as a help desk, support technician, working as a system admin, and then working in cybersecurity. So what we do is make recommendations for our prerequisites to say, hey, if you're on ramp, if you're coming in trying to take network technician, right? For us, that's like a level 2 class. So you should have either the preceding certifications like A plus or ITF, or related experience, meaning that you're very comfortable with computers, you can take it apart, you can identify the internal components, but there's no hard set prerequisite that would prevent you from taking, and Jennifer, correct me if I'm wrong, any of our courses. We would hope that you would call us or email us to go over what your knowledge is, your experience is, so we could help you pick the right course to start off with. But there's nothing system-wide that would prevent you from taking a course that you wanted to take.
Okay. And that'd be a conversation I'd have with one of you two or a career advisor. Okay.
Correct.
Very good.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, that pretty much takes care of what I need.
Okay. And Matthew had a question in the chat. He said, if we wanted to apply for the Propel program, do we need to wait for the application to open up before registering for a course, or do we pay out of pocket immediately when we register? VP Gimperline, can you address that one?
Yes, so the recommendation is to go ahead and apply for the Propel Scholarship first rather than registering. We just need to know what the course information is and be able to assess the situation with you, because we can't guarantee that you're going to be eligible for a scholarship. So we'd hate for you to register and spend funds if you may not be eligible to get them refunded. That being said, the majority of students who apply are eligible for some assistance. So please, if you would like some help paying for the course, definitely go ahead and complete the application. As we said, it should be opening up in 2 to 3 weeks, but for now, if you just fill out the notification form, it's your first name, last name, and your email address. Someone will send you an email about it so that you can apply when it does come available. The second, though, is please check your spam. So we do send email, and there is a chance that it will go into your spam folder. So please keep an eye on that. Whatever email address it's coming from, it will end with @waketech.edu.
Thank you. And then someone else had asked about software. So software is provided in the classes, or either they are free resources on my side. We have some classes that the vendors will give access for X amount of time. So there's a couple of different ways, but we do make sure that you do have access to software. Okay. Anyone else? You guys had some wonderful questions tonight. So we do thank you for coming out. Reach out if you need help. We will be there, or we'll get you to the correct place you need to start. So, and on that note, we'll go ahead and close on out. Kobe, you got anything?
No, just thanks. We know that your time is valuable. We appreciate that you chose to spend part of your evening with us, and hopefully we can help you meet some of your goals. And feel free to reach out to us at any time.